Hello folks, and welcome to The Wonderful End of the World. This is a game I once streamed with Sean on our all-night stream, and thought it was so fascinating I'd show you. If you've heard of Katamari Damacy, then lucky you. Here's the intro.
Do it in 3 easy steps. Step 1. Walk into smaller objects to absorb them. Step 2. Absorb lots of stuff to become bigger. The more you absorb, the bigger you become. Step 3. Grab as much as you can to win the level. And that's it. Give it a try, and when the end of the world does come, remember to duck and cover. Good luck.
Yeah, that's pretty much the long and short of it, so you'll see what it's like in a second. But it's a fascinating experience, yes. So here we are on our little table. We have to pick up, I'm going to start picking up these gummy bears, and soon, once we've finished picking up even more food, yummy yummy food, we'll get big enough that we can break out of this little enclosure and wreak havoc on this place. Not sure what this is. It's some kind of living room, I think, but full of plants and chocolate biscuits and other things. It really is just a PC version of Katamari Damacy, which I've also played and which I'll probably do a video on at some point because I find that a fascinating game as well. But this is good if you're not someone who has a PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360 or either of the handheld systems that it came out on. This can be a good option if you want to have the gameplay of Katamari Damacy without having to shell out for a new system. So yeah, this is a lot of fun, and the levels are over pretty quickly, but we only have 100 seconds left on this anyway, so we're gonna have to rush around and pick up as much as we can. Now you'll see, obviously, as it said in the introduction, the more you pick up, the more the bigger objects you can then pick up subsequently. So it has this kind of really good way of making a progression seem really fast. So yeah, we've got an A+, which is great. I've had to reset this game in order to show you it, but I thought I'd give you 20 minutes of gameplay. So here's Arcadia, which, as you might expect, is based on arcade games. Here we are in Pong, and it's kind of clever because as we expand, we'll break out and move into We'll move into more sophisticated games, and you can see if you can guess which ones will be coming soon. You can probably see the next one by looking over the fence, but shush. Right, so once we've finished collecting these numbers, we can go wreak some havoc outside. Now, what's this thing? Oh, it's a ghost. Yep, we're in Pac-Man now, so I'm going to follow this ghost around and make sure it doesn't eat me. Can't eat the giant orange, which is there, but nonetheless can go around picking these up. Now you'll hit a really good stage once you can start picking up the walls of this little enclosure, because then you'll expand very rapidly and can go see some more cool stuff. So yeah, if you're wondering how to get this game, it's available on Steam. It's called The Wonderful End of the World. It costs about £7, which I think is pretty good for what it is. It's a little less sophisticated, a little more rough around the edges than Katamari Damacy, but good fun nonetheless, and I'd really recommend playing it. It does, however, get incredibly weird, and Sean in our stream made me stop playing it because she found it a bit too odd. But still fun. Oh, and we've got the walls of the enclosure, so we'll go pick up some more of those, just try and increase our size. You can see the score is in billions because this is a weird Japanese-inspired game. I'm not sure whether it actually is Japanese, but I think it's playing off Katamari Damacy, which was, so I think it has the right to do that. So yeah, here's some mushrooms. I wonder what game series we could be alluding to there. Here's Snake and Tetris. So we'll pick up the Tetris blocks, and can't pick up any of the Snake segments yet, but can get some of the mushrooms. Now here also is, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like the thing in Tron, only it was an actual arcade game. I just don't remember the name. So we can follow these guys around, pick up their little orange pellets, and here we are. Here's a frog trying to cross the road in classic arcade style. This is of course Frogger for the uninitiated, which I thought was rather nice. There's some Space Invaders flying overhead as well, that we can go pick up in just a second once we've got some more of these Tetris blocks. 42 seconds. Oh no. I don't know what kind of score we're gonna. Oh, we finished the level. Understood.
End of round.
So we got an A+.
Your
There's
final grade is A+.
no menu navigation with a controller on this, which is a little bit irritating. As I'm a journalist, I'm gonna go play Word Forge now. We can play around with some letters and words. It'd be very entertaining. This is the level in question which freaked out Sean too much. Not sure why, although it is a sort of fever dream landscape, especially with this background music. But nonetheless, we're going to manage okay, aren't we, viewer? Because you're not a wimp. Well, actually, I don't know you. You might well be, but I'll try not to insult you too much. This tower of words is feeding our size a little bit, and hopefully we can head off and capture some of these bigger towers by the end of this level. These look collectible. We can get outside these walls, at which point we might be doing some rather more difficult stuff, as there are things flying around and bouncing, as you can see, which aren't terribly easy to pick up. So we'll just go back onto the inside here, because there's smaller things which are not bad at all. Right. Here we go. And yeah, that's pretty much the inside of this done. We're going to sort of spiral our way outwards and hopefully get another A+ on this. I've played this game quite a lot for its length. There's only 8 or 9 levels, but I've racked up about 10 hours, which I think is sufficient to merit, you know, calling it something I really like and I'm very fond of. So I've got pretty good at it by this point, and can usually get an A+ on most levels. Not all of them. The last couple can get a bit tricky, and there's one which is set in a cafe, which will test you quite a lot. Oh well, we can break out of here now and head out on the highway. It's interesting I mentioned that, because I was originally intending for this video to do a road trip in Just Cause 2, but when I started up Just Cause 2, I couldn't play it because my monitor gave me an error and said it was out of range for it, frame rate or something, which I can't figure out how to fix. So I am a little bit stuck on that. I've not got that much of a clue how to fix it. So if anyone knows or has had that problem before, it might be worth letting me know, and then I can do a lovely road trip for you in Just Cause 2, because I've got a nice graphics card. I can play it on full, and you can see all the pretty scenery. Right, so let's head and get this stuff. More blocks for us to eat. I'm not quite sure what we are. I mean, in Katamari Damacy you were a prince, and in this you're just a sort of blob monster. He keeps bouncing off stuff. And is trapped, and is going to probably get a really bad score on this level. Oh, B+, that's terrible.
Final grade is B+.
Well, what should we play now? Ooh, let's go to White Bread Lane. Let's go outside. Let's get big. You start pretty big on this level anyway. You start at, a moderate size. I'm just a truck floating through the air. We'll pick up these lawn darts and tennis balls. They're an acceptable thing to use to build our sign. Get these flowers here. Oh no, we can't yet. Frisbees, are they acceptable? Yes, they are. Right. We'll proceed. You can see lots of things you wouldn't normally find in a garden here. There's a cobra. I know I know only a few people who keep cobras in their house, let alone outside. Now that I mention it. So we'll escape the cobra for now. We'll head up here where there's bricks and other things to collect. So our score's getting higher and higher. And hopefully that means our size will start increasing too, especially if we start picking up big things like cans of paint. Now that bloke walking around will kick us out of the way and it'll get annoying if we're not careful, but it doesn't mean we can't later pick him up. Hello, Mr. Ratty. Be on my team. Right, me against the world. See, I haven't yet played that mission in one of the Katamari games where you can roll up the entire planet, but I have played the one at the end of We Love Katamari where you become thousands of meters high and start rolling up krakens and things. That was fun. But I haven't played the others because I'm too poor to afford anymore. They're not cheap games, and the first one never came out in Europe, so I had to play it with an ISO. Which, you know, if you're going to complain about that, developers, make it available in Europe. I'll happily buy it. But for those of us without an American PS2, it just becomes quite difficult. Oh, some lovely roses. Meaning either this robot is in love with somebody or he's a member of a social democratic party something. Right, let's pick up all these trucks and we'll start getting... We're about child size now. It means we can pick up these croquet mallets and baseball bats and such. Aha, and the cobra. That'll be useful in our attempts to take over the world. Only 50 seconds left though, so I want to see whether we can get big enough to start eating the puny humans. Get those boats, flowers. Ah, traffic cones also added to the pile. We might have a chance of getting this bloke before the end. Not now. Bricks first, then we'll head up this way. Get our laptops on there for no reason. And yeah, birds. We all love birds. Cans that are flying for zero purpose. You can tell by the music this is trying to be Katamari Damacy. We've got a toilet. And some barrels. Oh, I want to get that doggy. I want the doggy. Suspect I'm not big enough. Oh, I've got the doggy. Yeah, doggy's my friend. I also got some puny humans, but nobody cares about them. See if we can get this puny human before the end. There we go. Screw you, Mr. White Shirt. Ah. Well, we could have got bigger, but I'm not going to complain too much about an A.
Your final grade is A.
Thank you very much, Mrs. I can't remember what your name is. Let's go to Japanese land. I'm not going to keep you too much longer. I know this video is going on a bit, and I can't do a... It's one of those games which is too short to do a full Let's Play of, but too long to just do it entirely in one video. So I'm going to leave you to check out the game yourselves if you want to play it. We'll collect that centipede there, which isn't something I'm going to deny myself. Can't get out of there till we're big enough, so I need to pick up flowers and grapes, and those snakes, those snake guards at the exit. I'm going to get in my way. I'll sneak past and grab that. Whatever that is, acorn. So, moving on, more fruit. This is what Japan looks like, apparently. It has that old... You used to see it in early 3D games, especially on the PC, where they'd have, instead of doing a 3D model, they just put a 2D texture down and have it constantly face the player. And it's done for stylistic purposes here, and I've just realised that with modern resolutions, it looks incredibly weird. And it looked incredibly weird at the time, but we all just sort of accepted it while it was all pixely. Oh well, more grass, more weeds, more flowers. The bedrock of our expansion. Ah, stupid skateboarder. I'll get you. Buttons! Fruit! It's all there! These will help. Assuming I can get past that bloody sunflower. Whee! Stupid cars. Getting people to places. Whee! Now can I get sunflower? No! Okay. And small bamboo. No, it really is heavy on the flowers here at the moment. No cars yet, though. Can't get those. We'll get the sunflower just to punish it. Little teepees, or whatever they're called. I will let this level speak for itself in the main, because, I mean, look at it. I don't even know if you can go roll up that sun, but I wouldn't be surprised if he can with his little figurine. There's this flowery island over here with sort of squid character for no reason. I mean, you can't fault the creators of this for creativity, but it's absolutely bizarre. This is, again, in the category of things you would see in a dream, which, you know, if the world's ending and it looks like this, good. I don't want to live in a world where this is the norm. I already live in a world with Snapchat, that's quite enough for me, thanks very much. Right, however, we're now at house level, which means we'll probably manage to finish this fairly soon. Can we roll up Mr. Dragon? Yes, I think we can. Come here, Mr. Dragon. There we go, no more dragon. Right, ooh, 20 seconds. Can we get the houses and the ice cream cones? Who knows? Probably not. Oh well. Yeah, we'll get some of the ice creams. Oh, there's the sun. Evidently we can roll him up. Possibly there's mountains too, but we're not quite big enough. Now, if there were unlockable bonuses, I would have gone after that alien, but cause he would be the sort of thing which in Katamari Damacy would have bonuses attached, but he doesn't here. Another A.
Is A.
Oh, let's do one more. Let's do the Botanical Gardens. I haven't played that level in a while. But this kind of exponential growth genre, I suppose you could call it, hasn't really happened much outside this game and the Katamari games. And I'm really surprised that it hasn't, because incremental progression is a really powerful motivator for gameplay, as you know, World of Warcraft, etc. has shown. And if you make people feel like they're growing at a really quick rate after an initial slow growth, it's a really good motivator for people carrying on, which, as I say, I'm surprised people haven't tackled it before. I suppose it's kind of hard to implement as a concept in a game that isn't incredibly weird and stereotypically Japanese. Because I suppose you couldn't really do a realistic one where, you know, it's all grey and brown and you're a soldier commanding a giant ball that has to roll everything up. Now we're getting seriously big for the first time in this video. Yes, we're getting up in this fairly limited pit, which we seem to be stuck in. But we're getting the cars, and we're getting the trees, and the puny humans. Ah, here she is. Well, we've seen her, because she keeps giving us missions. Right. Now, our job, if you weren't concentrating on the story, and you could be forgiven for not having done so, is to save the world from an impending apocalypse by absorbing everything you want to save. Which is why, at the end of the game, we roll around a city, eventually picking up skyscrapers and the like, which loses some impact when you realise how small a box a lot of this stuff takes place in. Still, lampposts, we're getting pretty big. Not on the level of countries, mind, but I wouldn't complain about setting up a lamppost. Right. Over the rooftops we go. For some reason they put portaloos on the roof. I cannot tell you why. I'd imagine it would cause some kind of environmental hazard. Especially if one of them fell over. Ugh. Oh well. Ah, we got a bus, and we got a car that was on the wall for some reason. I don't know if you can pick up that airship. I'd like to see. Oh, is Mr. Spider going to join us? No, Mr. Spider's not going to join us. Mr. and Mrs. Tree, though, they will. I want to pick up that billboard with the woman on it. She does have a name. I can't remember it. It's hardly important to the story, to be honest. Not that the story is itself important, I suppose. Then it follows logically. Right, it's interesting when you're big that you get the same score for stuff as you do if you get it when you're smaller. Woo! Another A+. Well, on that rather positive note, I might leave you, and hope that you've enjoyed this odd filler episode that is The Wonderful End of the World. I hope you go check out the game, because it is really worth playing, just for the bizarre feeling that it evokes. But I'll leave it up to you. I'm probably going to be resuming my usual Spyro series in a couple of days, so look forward to that, and have fun. See you later.